No prompting necessary. Really? Thank you so much, guys. So we're here, very special episode. We've done this once a year for the last 2 or 3 years. It's the opening of Bali Crypto Week with our good friends Bruno, Matt, Evan, and this one is powered by ICP, which everyone knows is the internet computer. Now, what else are we going to talk about tonight? We're going to talk about innovators in blockchain. So tonight we have some incredible, unbelievable, amazing projects which have done some, well, I remember sitting here, about a year, 2 years ago, when we started this blockchain group here in Bali, and then we were talking about how can we create projects that can be adopted by mass people, by normal people like me, right? I'm not a blockchain guy. I have an appreciation and an understanding, but I'm not deep into the tech, right? But I'm a user. So how can we create opportunities to make normal people like me be able to use blockchain in a way that empowers their lives? So tonight is really about that, highlighting these 3 incredible projects. I've just said ICP, we've got Mandala Chain over here, and obviously Polkadot. So maybe what we'll do, this is episode 435. I think what we'll do is that we'll start off, in case you don't know them as well as I do, we'll start off with each person kind of maybe introducing themselves and kind of how they found their way into blockchain, and a little bit about their project and what it's actually aiming to do as well. So Bruno, my brother, we'll start with you.
Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Bruno. As you can guess from my accent, I'm Italian. I live in Bali now already for a couple of years. I'm the hub leader for ICP Hub Indonesia, and ICP Indonesia is the hub that is responsible for everything that is happening in Indonesian region, for growth and expansion of the internet computer, but also for promoting blockchain adoption with local communities, government, universities, high school, and we are very highly connected with all of them, and I think that we are building something amazing. We are going to tell you more during this episode. And I want to add one thing. If you said it right, we started like 3 years ago when we kick off here the Bali Crypto Week. At that time there was Emilio that was on stage here. And if you remember, the name of the blockchain project that we wanted to launch was the Silicon Valley. Yes. So actually, I heard recently that there is some group in Ubud that has taken like control of this name, and they are launching their own Silicon Valley. Yeah, Jamie, I know him. And I told him, man, this was our idea. Give us some credits. Anyway, giving the words to the next one. Thank you all for being here.
So over to thank you. Yeah. So, brother Matt Cook, over to you. Nice and close to the
mic. Hi guys. Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure to be here with you, Brother Rob. Thank you very much. And Bruno, thanks for the invite. It's amazing to think that we were 3 years ago here just getting started with the first Coinfest, right? At Cafe Del Mar. And here we are now 3 years later. We've done a lot in between. My name's Matt Cook. I am the Chief Business Development Officer and co-founder of Mandala Chain. We're based in Bali here. We're part of the Polkadot ecosystem. We're a layer 1 blockchain that is basically a parachain in the Polkadot ecosystem that's EVM compatible. But where did this all start? Well, we started building community here in Bali about 4 years ago. I'm also the co-founder of Off-Chain Global and Off-Chain Bali. So that's just basically a community that has grown globally, and we have about 80 different chapters in different cities across the world. And what we do is just bring people together, beginners to experts in all different arenas of blockchain and crypto. And we host events and share resources and knowledge. And that's what brought us all together, really. And we started producing events and really building the Bali Web3 community from the ground up. So it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for coming. And I'll pass it to Evan.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Hey everyone, my name's Evan. Super excited to be here this week in Bali for all of the blockchain crypto events going on. I just want to say, I must apologize if I start slurring my words. I haven't been drinking, but my jet lag is just hitting me like right now, like 5 minutes before I came on here. So I do social media marketing at Polkadot. I don't really have a title because the Polkadot ecosystem truly is decentralized. I don't really work for a company. I work for the Polkadot DAO, which is the world's largest and most active DAO, 1.4 million active addresses. We have a $235 million treasury that's funding some of the events here this week. So all of the DOT token holders saw a big opportunity to come to Indonesia and Bali and talk about Polkadot. So the DAO funded a lot of the activities. For those of you that don't know, Polkadot is a layer 0 that was designed to create a network of interoperable blockchains. We call them parachains, or short for parallel chains. As Matt said, Mandala is one of them. And we offer unparalleled security, scalability, and interoperability. We are founded by Gavin Wood, the co-founder and CTO of Ethereum. When Gavin was at Ethereum, he saw some limitations and decided to leave, and basically he took all of his learnings from Ethereum and went to start Polkadot. Yeah, happy to be here. Thanks.
Beautiful, wonderful. And a quick intro for me, Robert Ian Bonnick. Hi, everybody. I'm the founder of SpeakuP Monday, also the founder of RIB and Associates. But over the years, I've been known by different names. One is, I remember the blockchain architect that Don Emilio used to call me, and the tourism architect. As I mentioned before, this show has been endorsed by Forbes Business Council, by the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy of Indonesia. We're #1 Bali Changemaker and a few other titles. But really, what I love to do is to be in the middle of bringing together all of the necessary components for good shit to happen, right? And that's really what SpeakuP Monday is. These 430-something episodes and 1 million views. It's 10 different industries, of which blockchain is one, but the common denominator is the same. How do we find a way that brilliant, smart, wonderful, beautiful souls can connect on projects that have a real impact to human beings alike? And so it gives me, again, great pleasure to be here with this amazing bunch of people. So look, the first question then really is, what is your journey into the blockchain space? And as Evan has the microphone, let's start with you. So what was your journey into this blockchain space?
Yeah, I think it's a journey that's going to sound pretty familiar to a lot of people, including probably a lot of people here. So in 2013, I heard about Bitcoin and just decided to get some. I didn't hold on to it like an idiot. And then I kind of largely forgot about it again until 2017, 2018, when sort of ICO madness was happening, and got back into it. I was just day trading and losing money, honestly. And then again in DeFi summer 2020, I got back into it. And I noticed around 2021, there was a big brain drain from Web 2 to Web 3. Like a lot of the most, some of the smartest people I knew, a lot of innovators were making the jump into Web 3. And the more I learned about decentralization and some of the tenets of blockchain, it really appealed to me, and I decided to take the leap. And yeah, that's my story.
Thank you very much. And he's doing great. I see sitting next to me. Don't worry, jet lag will not have a chance. Be like, oh! So Matt Cook, your journey into blockchain, and maybe what is the passion behind it for you as well?
Yeah. My journey into blockchain all started, I guess, just buying crypto let's say 2018, I think, and just holding it and selling it, probably too soon like you. And then it wasn't until, let's say, 2019 when I started to get into the fundraising and venture side of crypto, because I had some friends that were, VCs, and they were looking for deal flow, and we had great connections in different areas of the world that were, obviously founders. I love the tech startup scene, so kind of getting to know how blockchain was being used in the founders and startup world was very interesting. So we found that we had venture capitals, VCs looking for high quality deal flow, and we were sourcing, founders that were looking for money. And so we put together a company that called Catapult, and we started, syndicating deals and helping founders find investment. And that's how I learned all these different use cases that blockchain was being used for. And it wasn't just, I didn't go in through the speculative scene as much, and kind of found how it was being, kind of integrated into technology and the startup world. And that was kind of the way wave of the future where everything was going, right? AI is now the future, but blockchain obviously was something that people were talking about before AI was popular. So we started raising funds, and then we started doing events around fundraising, connected capital. Off-chain was really what sucked me fully into crypto. Started building community, bringing all kinds of crazy individuals together, and then meeting all these knuckleheads. We started to dream big, and I think the original Silicon Bali was something we were going to create. Yeah, but people like Michael and Anta, partners of mine, the original founders of Mandala Chain, these guys were leading the pack in certain areas of Bali and Indonesia. Republic Rupiah, instrumental in education of crypto in Indonesia, to the Bahasa Indonesian speaking community. And then Anta, of course, working with the government and developing technical solutions for different use cases. So to be a part of that kind of genesis is really special. And so now all of that story brought me to where I'm now part of a project, and that we're building something that has an opportunity to really transform how blockchain is being used in society. Right? So, yeah.
Love it. And look, just before we get to Bruno, Sister IU, we have a third microphone. Why is that important? Because the audience, towards maybe half an hour, will have an opportunity to ask questions. But what we'll do, Guz, we'll get that third mic now, and we'll give it to Bruno instead of flipping this other one here. The other thing as well, the people in the audience, right? So here we have blockchain developers, we have creators, we have marketing, all elements of this Web3 blockchain ecosystem are here tonight. So one of the things I want you to listen to is this theme, right? What are the recurring themes? So I think one is this passion that became an obsession, right? I can already hear it in all of you, but just hear with that ear of what themes are you picking up, and also if you have a question, maybe write it down, because you'll get a chance to ask it a little bit later on. Bruno, over to you. We're talking about what brought you here and the passion and what brought you to blockchain.
Okay, it's good. Okay, so how do I start? I started as well in 2018. So I have a background as a biomedical engineer. And in that period, I was working with pharmaceutical companies around the world. So I was making money, but I didn't have the time to spend money because I was always traveling for work. So a friend of mine, a colleague of mine told me, Bruno, instead of spending money just on alcohol and party on the weekends when you're coming back to Italy, let's buy some Bitcoin. I was like, man, I don't know. I was like, come on, let's buy something. So I started to give him money, and we started to buy Bitcoin. And I didn't even know what I was doing. So of course, the more money I was giving to him, the more we were buying, the more I started to say, hey, what the hell am I doing? Like, it's good money. And I fell into the rabbit hole. I really fell in love with the whole concept of Bitcoin, what was the purpose, the properties, how it could change our society. So from there, it started to become like a pure obsession. And in a couple of years, I quit my job and I moved to Bali, and I started to dedicate myself fully into blockchain, crypto, etc. I built a project with an Italian company called Federitaly. We created the first blockchain project for certificate for products that are 100% made in Italy. Amazing project built on the Internet Computer Protocol ecosystem. Amazing success. We have already more than 35 companies that have already certified. Recently, we celebrated the 3rd anniversary of ICP, and we gave to everyone that came to our event, more than 700 people, bottle of wine that were certified on chain. So you could scan it and you can see from where they were made, all the process fully on chain. So super cool.
I missed that invite. I'm just saying.
It was in Switzerland.
I think some people, you missed the invite. The bottle of wine, you got the invite? Okay, fine.
Don't worry, we can make sure for you to have one.
A bottle of wine, a plane trip to Switzerland as well, all expenses paid. I missed my invite. I'm so upset.
You were too busy in doing SpeakuP Monday, brother. We couldn't stop you. So, and then from there, I started to work for the internet computer directly for the blockchain. So ICP is the fully decentralized network. At the moment, we have 24 hubs that are running around the world. We are covering more than 40 regions. And we can say that this is probably the only Web3 project that has been successful in creating hubs. Other ecosystems have tried before, but have failed. And we have a network right now that is mind-blowing in terms of views, in terms of project, in terms of opportunity, partnership, events. We really are going above and beyond. And right now, I'm very happy to be part of the ICP Hub Indonesia and all my team that is here. We have Cosmo, Venita, and all the others that are making it possible. So,
look, tonight, as we know, is powered by ICP, right? That's why we're here. Bruno gave me a call, I don't know, like a month or so ago. He goes, Brother Rob, I have this idea. I'm like, yes. He goes, but I haven't told you yet. It doesn't matter, we're doing it. And here we are again. So look, just you already started, so you may as well finish. So what current initiatives is ICP working on, and what is the significance maybe to people sitting here or those watching?
So we actually did a lot of things. So right now the ICP Hub Indonesia has been running for 1 year and a half almost, and we really did a lot. So just few numbers. We put together more than 30 events around the Bali, Jakarta, Surabaya, Bandung, wherever around Indonesia, with more than 3,000 people that have attended collectively to all the events. We got more than 50 million views in terms of media, PR article, news, social, etc. We put together partnership with universities and high school. We have a partnership with more than 60 university, 75 high school.
That's Indonesia on Chain,
yes,
right?
And this is the first program that is fully on chain. It's called Indonesia on Chain. It's a platform that has been created for Indonesian communities that right now don't have opportunity to learn about blockchain because everything is in English. So we are teaching them about blockchain, entrepreneurship, AI, new technology. And this course has been recently approved already by 4 universities, Binus, Telkom, Diponegoro, and we are talking with another one, so I cannot disclose this one yet. But this course now has been approved to be used by the students, that when they will watch it, because it's on chain, so you cannot fake it, it's everything there, then once they finish it and they receive a certification, they can collect university credit. So this is being actually integrated inside the university course. We launched the first incubator on the internet computer. We had 10 projects that fully graduated from our incubator. 6 of them have been able also to raise funds, additional funds after the incubation project, and 3 of them are already launching their token. So also this is pretty amazing. And we have partnership with exchanges, decentralized, centralized, on-ramp and off-ramp. We created, thanks to Jaga, the unique opportunity for doing direct off-ramp of ICP token into IDR directly into your bank account. So this is super amazing. If you don't have a bank account and you want to make payment and you are holding ICP, now you can send ICP to Jaga directly. So in this way, you are not sending them to a centralized exchange, and you are receiving automatically IDR, and then you can make payment to any bank account in Indonesia. So for wherever. This is how I paid you. So this is pretty amazing if you think. And just one last thing. We are about to run now the second cohort of the accelerator program. Don't forget that ICP has more than $220 million in grants that are given to projects around the world. We have a special dev grant dedicated to artificial intelligence, and we also have community grants that are used to empower local communities and create opportunities that are really going to bring a tangible impact, not only to the blockchain, but also to the people that are involved in it.
Beautiful, beautiful. And look, just thank you, Bruno. A few things for you here in the audience and those also watching. There's a magic number in Indonesia. That number is 27, right? I think I got it right. 27. So you might think, what is that a magic number for? So imagine this. You have almost 300 million people. As I said before, 700 plus languages, 500 plus cultures, or the other way around. Thank you. 27 is the average age in Indonesia. The average age, 27. So just think about the opportunity, the hunger, the thirst. One of the largest adopters of technology in the world.
That's exactly what we are aiming to, because we see that there are so many young people that they really want to know about this. Like when we start this Indonesian chain, we are doing like every month we do this online meetup that is called Block Meet, where we have like students that are just coming because they want to know about blockchain, and because they cannot come to event in real life, they join in person online. And it's amazing. They all come because they want to be part of this. They want someone that is teaching them. And we do it in Indonesian language. We don't do it in English. So I am the bule of my company, the foreigner. It's called bule here in Indonesia. So what I try to do all of the time is to send my team ahead. I don't want for them to see me as the person that is behind, but I want my team to be empowered and do things. And this is something that I think is working very good. All my team is all local, all Indonesian. It's only me and Cosmo that are the only bule here.
Again, right, we're talking about passion becomes obsession. The motto of Indonesia, I said this before, but not to the guys online, is unity and diversity. So what this also means is that it's not a one-way deal here, right? It's an exchange of information from Indonesians to foreigners, from foreigners to Indonesians. It's two ways. So when we speak before about Mandala Chain, right? Mandala Chain, the founder, Anta, who we put in this group originally, is an incredible guy, Balinese, phenomenal brain, phenomenal intelligence, and he's set up Mandala Chain, right? Which you can explain a little bit about. And I'm so proud of him. He's an amazing person. But again, that's unity and diversity yet again, and exchange. Because we all have things we're really good at, and we exchange those with other people to create something really powerful. So Matt, over to you, Mandala Chain. What is Mandala Chain doing at the moment that you think is important for everyone here to know?
So education is a big deal, definitely, and we're very involved in that as well. Actually, right now, as we speak, there's a hackathon going on at the Bali Blockchain Center. So Anta and Adrian and in the whole team, basically, with Polkadot, have come together, and we have our first hackathon in Bali, Indonesia. It's going on for 2 days. Tomorrow actually is the Bali Blockchain Summit. So if you guys want to come see what we're doing on a deeper level, we're hosting a big event at the Bali Blockchain Center, which is our headquarters in Denpasar. We've got over about 1,000 people coming, and the government, our partners, our enterprise partners, the ecosystem partners are all coming. So please check it out. But what I would say is that Mandala Chain is Indonesian born and bred blockchain. Okay. Now, it's not exclusively for Indonesia, but it is born and bred in Indonesia. Okay, and that's very important. And Anta, like you said, Balinese, he's got an amazing heritage, and he's been focused for a long time in the technology space. And Baliola is a company that he founded years back to create blockchain solutions for different use cases, right? And so Baliola came together with Republic Rupiah and Republic Labs and created Mandala Chain. So you have retail community and basically users, and then also Anta, who is in charge of bringing use cases from the government and the business world together. So we have this layer one ecosystem that caters towards private chains and public chains all in one. And so if you can imagine, governments and businesses, they can benefit from blockchain, but it doesn't always need to be this decentralized, trustless, permissionless system, right? Or way to operate with. So what we do is we enable private chains to be built for specific use cases, and they interoperate and interact with the public retail chain. So our public retail chain is for dApps and developers to build on, just as a traditional layer one ecosystem. So what we're doing is we're onboarding the next 100 million users in Southeast Asia, starting with the first 10 million. And our foundational use case is something called ID Chain. An ID Chain, what that is it's a sub-chain off of our main net. Okay, and what it is a Web3 domain. So if anybody knows what Ethereum name server is, so that's a Web3 domain that has a wallet integrated into it, and then we are building a DID solution stacked on top of that. So it's all bundled into one. So you could have Evan.id, and then you can have all your verified credentials, your passport, your quitas, your driver's license, whatever it is, and your KYC be all in this one wallet, essentially. But that will be a Web 2 experience, UI, UX. And we're actually working with the Indonesian government on this to onboard users. So if you can imagine, banking and other different use cases, whether it be medical or banks or universities, right? You can create private chains for them, and then they need to interact with the individuals. So we're creating a decentralized identity that interacts with all of these different portals, and then they'll also be able to interact with the Web3, the traditional Web3 world. So that's what Mandala Chain is doing. And we have also something called the Mandala Chain Academy. And so Adrian Keat is head of the academy. And we have a whole initiative that's being launched. The curriculum has been written, and it's going live very soon. So yeah, look out for that. We're doing boot camps for government. We have different courses for developers, and then entrepreneurs that want to get involved in blockchain, all in Bahasa Indonesia.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Matt. We pass this on. Round of applause. So we'll pass the mic to our brother Evan. So just before Evan, so just a few things. So in this ecosystem that there's been over the last 3 years or plus, we've mentioned a few names, right? So Adrian Keat, obviously Bruno, Matt, brother Evan. We have our sister over here, Melissa Om. There's also Melissa Kirkman. There's Tyrone Williams. There's a whole bunch. So about 2 years ago, Adrian and myself started this group, this little blockchain group with the blessing of our brother Emilio and everyone else here. And that was called Silicon Bali. And so this group we started, and in this group, out of it came some of these wonderful projects that we're talking about tonight. So it's just it's really cool to be on this loop where you were there at the beginning and you're seeing the fruition. That's basically what's happening now. It's a great thing. So now let's move on to you, Evan. So Polkadot plays an irresistible part of this whole matrix. So if you could explain to us, a little bit about, what is Polkadot doing and its significance in the world to most people that are here? Yeah. Just pull that one around. Yeah. Remember, by the way, about 15 minutes, questions are coming to you. So just think about what question you might have.
Hey, can I first just say it's awesome to see so many people here. We have people overflowing out of the back on the seats. It's really cool to see such a big community in Bali. And as Matt said, 1,000 people tomorrow at the Bali Blockchain Center. Why is it always the coolest places that have the Web3 community? It's like Lisbon, Bali, Berlin. It's always the cool places.
That's where the cool people go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So some exciting initiatives. I think that was the question. What are some exciting initiatives that Polkadot that is looking forward to? Yeah. So I would say the one that comes to mind is Polkadot 2.0. So Polkadot 1.0, which was written in the Polkadot white paper, had a parachain model where if you were a developer that wanted to create a blockchain, you would come and lease a blockchain space called a paralease. Mandala, you guys recently went through that. But we're working towards lowering the barrier of entry. And instead of having a lease period, you can buy core time or block space on demand. So there's going to be some significant improvements to the Polkadot relay chain that will allow that. So basically, the idea is that if you have an idea and you just want to come and test out a couple use cases, you can spin up a blockchain in no time and for a very cheap price and still get the $6 billion of economic security that Polkadot offers. Polkadot also has the Polkadot SDK. And so the whole ethos of Polkadot, as I said, is to create a network of interoperable blockchains. So we have this open source SDK that a lot of other projects are building on, including Polygon Avail, Cardano Midnight, BitTensor, and so on. So it's really incredibly easy to come over to Polkadot and get your idea to fruition. And you had a second follow-up question.
Yeah, so, one was, what is coming up? Yeah, for you, a Polkadot. The other part of that was the significance in that for people which are perhaps here in the audience or those which are watching online.
Yeah, well, I heard that we had developers, VCs, some marketing people. So if you want to join the Polkadot DAO, you can get involved in all of these things, and you can get funding very quickly. So you can either get funding through the Web3 Foundation, which gives out tens of millions of dollars in grants every year, or you can just come to Polkadot OpenGov and put in a proposal write out your milestones, what you hope to achieve, your audience, and so on, and you can have the community vote on it and get funding that way.
Love it, love it. So we're going to have one more question, then we're going to go to the audience, because there's a lot of people here, and we also want to be led by you, right? And if we just speak for an hour, you're going to be like, no matter how interested you are, you're going to be falling asleep. So just think about a question that you may have. Now, there's a bit of a caveat. With the question, go straight to the question, okay? We don't need to know your background, your history, your name, none of that. Just go straight to your question. Otherwise, we'll be here for half an hour. Just listen to your question. Make sense? Yeah? Yes? Yes. Can I have a yes?
Yes.
They're awake. That's good. Thank you. All right. So Coinfest Asia, right? The largest Web3 blockchain festival in Asia. So just a really quick one to everybody here. What are your plans for Coinfest? What is it that you'd like to achieve by the time?
For innovation and digitization and developers learning how to code and so on. So, sorry, my jet lag is really hitting now.
But listen, Brother Evan,
yeah.
you're doing great, man. You look at how he looks great, Evan, right? Did he sound good?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait a second. Does Evan sound good? Yes. That's what I thought too.
Thank you for that. But yeah, so I look forward to meeting a lot of you all at Coinfest. So see you there.
Thank you, Brother Evan. So Matt Cook.
Awesome.
Mandala, what is it looking?
Mandala proposed to the Treasury to get a grant to bring Polkadot to Coinfest Asia.
Love it.
So Coinfest is the title sponsor of Coinfest Asia, with Mandala Chain supporting them. So we have a big booth. Guys, if you're at Coinfest, come say hi. We'll be there the whole time. We've got a bunch of other stuff going on as well. Yeah, definitely don't be a stranger. I would say what we're trying to achieve here is that obviously blockchain is maturing, right? And now it's becoming more and more mainstream, hopefully, through the ETFs and all the things that people talk about. But Indonesia is the 4th largest population in the world, right? And they want blockchain. The government is getting behind blockchain. There's something called Indonesia 2045, right? That's the plan to get Indonesia future ready. Yeah. So AI, blockchain, IoT, metaverse, all of these different pillars are instrumental in what they're mandating the government departments to get involved with. Yeah. And so what we want to do is we want to drive adoption. We want to take people away from just that mindset of crypto is a scam, it's speculative. No, blockchain solves problems in the real world, and we're showing people how to do that. Okay? And so what we would love to get out of this Coinfest, of course, is for you to follow our Twitter. Okay, Mandala Chain. That would be very helpful in helping us do our job better. But that's the real thing. It's the fundamental use cases of how we can integrate blockchain into society, and with you guys' support, that's possible. So thank you.
Beautiful, brother. So my brother Bruno, yeah, give it to him. Give him some.
Okay. I need a big breath because ICP is doing a lot. So today was the Kickoff Day sponsored by ICP. So thank you all for being with us. Then tomorrow we are going to have a VC event. So if you are an investor and you have already registered to our event, we're looking forward to see you tomorrow. If you didn't, go and register. We are already oversubscribed to every possible event that we had. So well done to us. Then on the 21st, we are hosting an event from early morning breakfast until you gotta go to sleep because you are too wasted to stand. But don't forget that the next day there is a Coinfest Asia, so save some energy. So we start in the morning with the Olympus Founder and Builder Breakfast. We're gonna showcase the new platform that ICP has been building. It's called Olympus. It's a fully decentralized accelerator platform, unique for investor, project, startup, mentors, wherever you want to be and you are involved in the startup ecosystem, this is the space to be. Then at noon, we start with the Chain Fusion Day. It's going to be a small conference. We call it Multi-Chain and Conference because, as you can see on my t-shirt, Chain Fusion is the new thing that ICP is doing. We are actually the only blockchain that is really multi-chain because we don't use any kind of bridge. So we are able to communicate directly with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Very soon we will be able also with Polkadot because now the Schnorr signature has been updated. So there is a lot of advancement onto this. And then we are going to have a huge party at Lima Bay at night. It's called Chain Fusion Night. Also hosted by ICP. It's going to be very big. And then for Coinfest, a booth was not enough for us, brother. So we took an entire building. We have the all ash building that is dedicated to ICP.
We didn't take a booth, we took a building.
We took it all, guys.
A building!
The booth was not
You're
enough.
always trying to intimidate me, man.
Oh, man. Listen, there's no problem. We love each other up here, okay? Love each other. Love each other. We love it. Unity and diversity, we love each other, man. We love each other. But we took a building!
So we are actually, man, we are about to launch the biggest in real life hackathon of all Southeast Asia. We already had more 350 subscribers to participate, hackers from all over Indonesia, and also hackers that are coming from Vietnam, the Philippines, India as well. Yeah, we have one that has already been approved. We have approved so far 200 developers to fit because we don't want to go above this number because then we don't have the space where to place them. And on the second floor of the Ash Pavilion inside Coinfest, at the same time we are going to host a Startup Grind that is going to be our media partner. We're going to host a series of interviews to founders, leaders, and then one of the best things, we have our founder Bonnick Williams that is actually flying from Switzerland and is going to be on the main stage on day one of Coinfest Asia. If you want to see also my panel about DePin, ICP is DePin since we started in 2016, but so it's going to be a cool panel, and it's going to be on the next day. So if you want to come, also me, I'm going to be on the main stage, and then we are going to send you home and relax for the last day event with off-chain, and then we are done, I hope.
Not done. Getting started. Round of applause. Getting started, never done. So, Sister Ayu, are you there? We're going to grab this microphone. So we got time on this round for like 3 or 4 questions, right? So I want you to raise your hand so we can see who has a question. Remember, Davide, bravo. So we're going to Alec, we're going to go to Davide. But remember, I've just said his name, so he doesn't use it. We don't know your name, don't need a backstory, just go to your question. And then we can have at least 3 questions. Ayu, just over there. Davide, put your hands up, please. Yeah, over there, okay? Great. Who else? Actually, we've got one man here who's closer, next to Cosmo. Great. Remember, with these microphones, don't do this. Can't hear you. Put it closer to your mouth, right? Thank you very much. Over to you, brother.
I have a question confused me for months. It's like, because without tokens, blockchain is just information technology, and cryptography has more than 1,000 years. And with tokens, it became a social phenomenon. So if we want to build Web3, we need tokens. But the reality is like, we became the clients, users, become gamblers. They are more concerned about the token price, not concerned about your projects. So how do we consider this dilemma? Yeah, that's my question.
Thank you very much indeed. So what we're going to do to make it quick, 2 panelists can answer a question, okay? So Matt, you want to start, or do you want to give it to Evan, who's not falling asleep? He's good. Evan's good. He's got the energy. Look at him. I can feel the energy. This is not me, it's Evan.
Just so I get it right, the question was, why are tokens necessary in Web3? Or can you...
I mean, if we want to build Web3, we need tokens. But token will drive the user become gamblers. So how can we solve this problem?
Well, I don't think we'll ever cut out gambling from society. I mean, it's not just in Web3. You have sports betting in all of the major developed countries. You have obviously casino gambling. So I think it's just human nature to speculate. The stock market, yeah, I missed that one. So how do we stop it? I don't have an answer for that, honestly. And I don't think you can really stop gambling.
All right, second panelist, Matt.
I would say you're right. I mean, everybody is gambling to some degree or speculating, right? Even if it's a publicly listed company, people are still trading stocks and hoping the price goes up. But I think that what the issue is these days is this low float, high FDV kind of these VC projects they call now. Of course, you need venture capital, but it's now they've been mislabeled kind of to be these projects that have this massive valuation pre-TGE, and everybody is just dumping the token. All the investors get some early exit, and the token drops. So that's a problem that needs to be solved, definitely. And I would say Mandala Chain is an example of that, because we are launching at about a $50 million valuation, FDV. So we're really trying to build a sustainable growth in our token. And kind of promote long-term holding, right? And utility, of course. So if your token has utility, that's always helpful. But I don't think you're ever going to get away from people speculating. But through controlling what it's used for and how it's launched and what type of investors you let in and who's expecting what, I think that's a kind of a paradigm shift that is actually, each cycle there's something that kind of comes to the surface. And this cycle more than ever, I think people are talking about that issue right there. The airdrops being an issue, and now the low float, high FDV is a major issue as well that I think is changing. And so we hope that we can be a project that people hold long term, make a lot of money on, but also support the ecosystem.
Thank you, Matt. Great question. Cosmin, you got a question? No? So pass it on to Davide then. Oh, yeah? So, okay, great. By the way, who here is going to Coinfest Asia? Raise your hand.
Yo!
All right. Who here is not going to Coinfest Asia? Raise your hand.
Why not?
Do you want to?
No, I'm doing a war project.
Oh, okay, good. So for those of you at home, about 97% of the room is going to Coinfest Asia. 1% of the room doesn't know what they're doing. I'm joking. Water project. Okay, Davide, your question.
Okay, so thank you very much for your passion and for starting companies which are bringing value to the world. As a very naive investor in crypto, my excitement about investing in crypto was to gain individual sovereignty, have freedom of speech, be able to evolve society much more quickly. Having seen what we have seen during the pandemic, especially in Canada, where the trackers couldn't use their paying system anymore, what is the panel doing or seeing the future evolving for individual sovereignty, freedom of speech, and creating an environment where we can trust that crypto and what everyone is working in this field is working towards, let's say, a good for society.
Thank you. Two panelists. Bruno, you want to start? Thank you, Davide. Who else got a question? Raise your hand, by the way. Just in front. Yeah. Okay.
Cool question. At the end, this is why all of us are in crypto or in blockchain, no? At the beginning, everything starts with this vision that you want to change the world. You want to have a society that is more relying on themselves instead of the government that are controlling everything. But if you keep in mind, the real, let's say, enemy at the moment is probably the big tech company that are controlling your data, that are controlling everything you're doing. That if you talk about going for a hike, the next moment on your Instagram you have a commercial about bike tours or wherever you need to go and do a hike. So the reality is that we need independence from big company. And we need independence from the fact that they control our data. And we, at the Internet Computer, we just launched a new project that is called Utopia. And Utopia stands for Unstoppable Tamper-Proof Open Platform for Independent Autonomy. And basically, this is exactly the project that you want to see, where now the information are not stored anymore in servers that are controlled by the big tech data, but they can be like seen as a small private blockchain. So in this way, you can create like new solution. And another cool thing, it's also the fact that right now you're seeing a big advancement in AI, but at the same time, how can you trust AI? You cannot. You don't know how LLM are being trained. You don't know what are the data are being used. And if you go and use ChatGPT, the first thing that you will notice at the bottom that is saying that information might be fake and you cannot control it. And right now, AI, I've seen the biggest adoption ever in tech. This because there is a need for something like this. People are basically lazy, let's say this word, and they want an help. So if you use AI in the right way, you can really triplicate or quintuplicate the way that you handle your workload, but you cannot control it. Another thing that we are doing on ICP is that ICP is the only blockchain where actually you can create LLM that are running as a smart contract, so AI that is fully decentralized, where you know the information that are inside because you can double check it. If you go on the DFinity page on Twitter, you will see a couple of posts that are pinned from our founder, Bonnick Williams, that is showcasing how AI is supposed to work on blockchain and what are the solutions that have already been created and developed by the internet computer. And I think that this can be an initial reply to all this trouble that we have with sovereignty and identity and data that are in control of others. Hope this was of help.
Thank you, Brother Bruno. So one last, Matt, you want to add something quickly to that one, and then we move on to the next question?
Yeah, I'll just say that I think that for Mandala Chain and specifically, what we're trying to do is give the power back to the people as far as their identity. There's a lot of data breaches and people using other people's identities, misusing them. So that's why I said our foundational use case is ID Chain, and it's in partnership with a government organization called Pandi.id, and they're responsible for all of the .id domains globally. It all started with Indonesia as .id for Indonesia, but now this is something that, right now, nobody has control of their data, like Bruno said, and we also don't have control of our identity as much as we'd like. So having a decentralized identity, meaning you actually own your identity, it's protected, nobody else gets to hold it or see it, and there's certain technology, like zero-knowledge proofs, where you can share certain data, but they don't actually need to see your private data, right? So this is, definitely transformative in the sense that people can't take advantage of you, right? So that's what we're trying to aim to solve here first in Indonesia, and then, expand outward through Southeast Asia.
Wonderful. Now, just before I go to this question, the people that know me kind of know that every talk that I do, I always like to bring in something of Indonesia into it because I feel that we're here, so we should learn something while we're here too. So, you're going to do some work now, very quickly. So I want you to say this word, gotong.
Gotong.
Everybody say gotong.
Gotong.
Royong.
Royong.
Gotong.
Gotong.
Royong.
Royong.
Gotong.
Gotong.
Royong.
Royong.
Gotong.
Gotong.
Royong. What does it mean? Good. So now, forgive me for my Indonesian brothers and sisters who are here. So Gotong Royong is about how the community can come together to solve a challenge facing the community. Right? Let that one sit. What does blockchain do? It's the same thing. So can you pass me a can real fast? So this can it's called Barley Rain, right? So Matt, the quickest description you can do, because we don't want to divert ourselves too much, what is Barley Rain and what community challenge is it solving?
Bali Rain is a company that I own that collects rainwater, filters it, and produces drinks. What you see here is sparkling water, but we have other drinks. And Bali, in particular, has a water crisis where the groundwater is rapidly depleting, and it's not recharging at the rate that it needs to in order to sustain. So there's a massive issue, and what we've done is we've integrated sustainability into our business to demonstrate how you can collect rainwater and use it, and that's kind of solving a community challenge.
Thank you very much. Next question. I know, very good. Next question, yes.
My question is to Matthew.
Yeah.
Right. So my client asks normally, as a blockchain developer, which blockchain to prefer while building dApps. So what Mandala Chain is having the USP comparing to other chains?
Yeah, thanks a lot. So, like Evan said, we're a parachain of the Polkadot ecosystem, which gives us, we inherit the interoperability and the security of Polkadot, and it enables us to create a layer 1 of our own, okay? So what we do is we bring together the private chain world and the public chain world, okay? We have a foundation. The foundation issues grants to developers and founders that want to build in our ecosystem. So traditional Web3 projects, RWA, DeFi, dApps of all kinds are welcome, and we will incentivize them to build on our chain. But at the same time, we are going to bring in users. Okay, so the users are going to come also from the private chains that we're enabling to interact with the everyday society. So what we're trying to do right now is bring in new users. So everybody's not competing on the same Web3 users that have been in the ecosystems for so long, right? So through the DID and other use cases and being able to use Web3 to interact with everyday use cases, we believe that will help bring in a lot more users. They don't even need to know that they're using Web3. This whole thing about Web3 is something that we need to stop talking about. It's just about technology and integrating the newest technology into everything we do. So to answer your question, we are welcoming all projects, okay? And we're happy to sit down with you and work through what you're trying to build. But what we can guarantee is that we're going to have a captive audience of Indonesian users first, and then global users.
Beautiful question. We've got one more here, and then one more, my brother over here. You have a question? Beautiful. Okay, and then after that, we're going to come back to us. Okay, my brother, let me see if we have time for you at the end, all right? So remember, no name, just straight to the question.
So yeah, I agree with the centralization of the big tech, but I believe ICP has a governance utility with the tokens, and my question was, bearing in mind there are 250 million tokens being locked, and then you get the neurons that allows you to vote. How do you manage that many decision-making rights, and how is that scalable? When are the decisions taken in terms of what decisions are educated decisions, all that?
Thank you, my brother. If you pass the microphone to a Mandala man. Yep. Here's the next question. Yeah.
Cool question. It's everything in the end of the community. Because at the end, ICP is handled by the NNS. So the NNS is DAO, and everything goes through voting. So whatever you want to do on the ICP, everything has to go through voting, and the community has to agree for it. So basically, this is our secret. This is the way that the internet computer is scaling. And I think it's what we really want to see in Web3. We want to see blockchain that don't have actually a centralized view that is telling what to do, not what to do. But in reality, everything that is being brought on, everything that is being developed, new opportunity, new projects that are going to be founded, everything goes through a voting procedure. So we believe in this. This is the main core of the internet computer. And I think that it's good the way it's working, and it's showcasing how the blockchain is scaling. And now regarding the token, you said it right. Like we have at the moment something like $3 billion that are staked. So this means that these are coins that are not available because they are locked. And this is something super powerful to see, because this means that there is a community that is actually involved in all the voting process, because we are talking of more than 50% of the total supply that is being staked. So this means that these are all people that are involved in voting, in following how the blockchain is growing, being part of it. And this is, I think, is super powerful to see inside an ecosystem.
Great question. One more before this man over here. Please, yeah.
First of all, just want to congratulate you, Bruno. I've been following you for a long time. Very well done on your success. My question was, so you mentioned earlier that big tech companies, as enemies, as you call it. So we're in a very early stage of blockchain, development. As the competition grows, how do you think the challenges, between blockchain companies and big tech companies, how would be the competition? And given everything goes your way, with 5 years, 10 years from now, how do you see a vision of your ideal world?
So can we go to Evan on that one? You want to answer that one? Because I know you're with us. I can feel the energy coming off of you. Give the man a microphone, Bruno. This one is a different mic. Yeah. Thank you very much. And the mic, we're going to bring it all the way around to our brother over here. Thank you.
So the question was, how do I see the world in 5 years from now in Web3? I think, so I'll just go back to my first answer when you asked how did I get into Web3. So I used to take a lot of photos and publish them online, and this was before Instagram. I'd create a blog. I had like a WordPress and put them up. And then when Web 2 came along, you'd upload your photos to Instagram or Facebook, and they owned your photos. Like they can take them, they can remove them, they run ads against them and make money on them. And I think I see a future where creators are getting compensated through decentralized, whether it's social networks or other platforms. But if I create a photo or a movie or music, I don't have to go through a middleman like Spotify to publish it, but I can upload it. And if people want to listen to it, they can pay through tokens, and I can earn some of those tokens. So that is something that I'm really looking forward to, that I hope becomes a reality. If we'll ever see big tech go away, I don't know. We're so reliant on it. I mean, we're streaming to YouTube and Facebook right now. I took Google Maps to get over here. So maybe we can be more in control of our data, but I don't know if we'll ever be able to fully get away from big tech in the end. But yeah.
Thank you very much. So last question over here. Yeah, so just put it to your mouth.
My question is relatable to this. So what do you think would be the key thing that gets people to adopt crypto, and why do you think it's even necessary for a majority to adopt crypto?
Great, thanks for the question. We'll grab the mic, Ayu, and give it back to Bruno. So we'll start with Matt. You want that one? Yeah.
So the question was, why is it important for people to adopt crypto?
And what's adoption? What will you think?
What's preventing it?
No, what would be the key thing that helps people to adopt it? Because I feel like a lot of people are listening and it's like, we don't understand half of this.
Got it. Yeah, I think that's exactly right.
Can I tee you up on this?
Yes, please.
I'm going to tee Matt up on this, because one of the reasons Mandala Chain was founded is for the issue with the medical records across all of the different regencies and so on. So that's something that could only be solved by blockchain, as I understand it. So I'm going to tee you up on that one.
I would say, yeah. I mean, things like double spending in medical records, insurance, all of these types of things are use cases. But I would say that the bottom line is everybody needs to be able to use it easily and not feel like they're doing something different or having to learn something completely different than what they're used to doing. So it needs to be seamless. The UI UX, the user experience needs to be where it's just the next update that you receive and that you're already using it. It doesn't need to be this new paradigm shift where you have to reinvent a whole new wheel for yourself. So that's the barrier, I think, is where people like yourself, you got to go and learn about crypto and what a wallet is. And so things are getting better with these whole like private the seed phrases and your secret keys and all this type of stuff. That's a barrier right there. So for people to be able to use it, it needs to be convenient and it needs to be more safe, because right now you can take control of all your assets. However, it's very easy to lose them all, right? So these types of things are getting better and better. So I think that's a big barrier, and we're actually in the early stages of figuring that out. So yeah.
Thank you. So Bruno, you want to continue?
Yeah. I just want to add one thing. So basically, you're right. There is a problem right now. When people want to onboard in Web3, they see every time that wallet popping up, put your password, confirm, sign, do the transaction. This is what you don't have on ICP. Sorry to say, but that's the reality. We are the only one that at the moment are able to provide a real seamless Web2 let's say flow when you're using our application. You don't need to own any wallet. You don't need to own any cryptocurrency for interacting with that decentralized application. And everything is working like at Web2 speed. Also, we are fully independent also from third-party or oracles that are giving you information so that you cannot trust. So the main thing is this, is that we are trying to build something where you don't need all of this. You don't need to save seed phrases. You can just interact with the decentralized application, knowing that it's safe because it's going through blockchain. And blockchain already, the word is giving you security because you know that it's unhackable, you know that it's secure, you know that your privacy is guaranteed. So in the moment you know that an application is on blockchain, you are safe. But then you have to do all these actions that are making your experience like worthless. Like, I don't want to do it. Why I need to sign? Why I need to download a wallet? I don't remember the password. I lost my seed phrase. I don't know if I have money on top of it. All of this has to change. Like, just one quick example. On the project we launched, the certificate for product 100% made in Italy, every time that the product is certified as Italian, and you go at the supermarket and you want to buy it, and you see that there is a QR code that is telling you, hey, this product is 100% made in Italy, you just scan it, and you are redirected into a decentralized website that is containing inside a smart contract all the information from that product. And for visualizing this information, you don't need to have a wallet. You don't need to pay or sign any transaction. And your identity is preserved. So your privacy is also preserved at that point, because you can visualize the information and nobody's taking anything from you.
I just want to add to that. Yeah, so there's one thing that we're releasing very soon, and this is Michael's project, right? The Republic Passport. And so this is a seamless application that will soon allow you to have crypto in your wallet and spend it for goods and services at the cafes using the QR code. So transacting with crypto, but paying in fiat. Right? So that is, and it needs to be fast, like you're talking about. So the latency needs to speed up, which Polkadot is also doing some things right now to improve. So that's where everybody's going, right? Is faster and seamless payments.
Love it.
Yeah.
You know, so look, we've got about 10 minutes left, everybody. Now, just to quickly, I guess to bring us back. So we're here now. This is episode 435, SpeakuP Monday. It's a special for Bali Crypto Week, launching right here. We start Bali Crypto Week, Bali Blockchain Week, and obviously Coinfest Asia, the largest Web3 blockchain festival, I guess, in Asia. So that's one thing. Number two, the projects we have tonight has been powered by ICP, our brother Bruno. We also have Mandala Chain, a phenomenal project, and obviously Polkadot. Evan, you've done so well, my brother. Polkadot as well. So that's what we've been doing tonight, talking about the innovators in blockchain. Now, keep an eye. In a minute, you're going to have a chance to network with each other, because part of this is about, obviously, the three people up here, but just remember, of the 80 people which are here, or 100, whatever it is, you're here for a reason, right? Which is blockchain, Web3, and so on. Earlier on, the reason why I did what I did is so that you can recognize maybe someone who you can speak to, because maybe it's what you're looking for. So the idea is that after we finish this, we're going to grab a big photo, somehow, Lord only knows, but we're going to get a photo, everybody in. After that, I invite you to have some barley rain, right, as Matt said, some orange juice, you got some tea. Now the food and beverages here, 8:20 is when that thing closes. So make sure you order before then, otherwise you're not going to get it. But most importantly, you have a chance to network with each other, okay? That's the important part. Do not miss this opportunity. It's no coincidence that you're here, okay? All right, so we've got some last questions coming up.
One last thing. For everyone that made a question, we also brought some Chain Fusion t-shirt, the new brand. So you're going to get one. So reach out to Benita. It's somewhere in the back. She's going to give it to you. And we have some extra that we're going to throw away. So pick it up.
Chain Fusion coming your way. So each of you have a deep dive question, right? A deep dive, right?
Oh, we are making the question.
No, I'm asking you, brother. Come on. Lord have mercy. So Bruno, we'll start with you and we'll end with you. So Bruno, ICP Hub,
read, huh?
Indonesia, and I know, tell me about it. I've got it been written down here. There you go, professional. What are the challenges and opportunities in making Indonesia a global tech leader in blockchain? What are the challenges in making Indonesia a global tech?
The challenges is that Indonesia is huge, but with the fact that our team is keep expanding and we have so many products that are designed for everyone, we are shortening how much these challenging are being hard on us. So I feel pretty confident about the way we are going. I saw a lot of challenges at the beginning that right now, after a year and a half running, Most of them have gone away. Of course, there is a lot of work to do, but everybody, please come on board. If you have any suggestions, you want to be part of our community, you want to get involved with what ICP is doing, you have a cool project and you're looking for a grant, come to us.
Wonderful. Mandala Chain. Yeah, round of applause. Why not? Woo! That's some big applause there for you, brother. I like that. So Mandala Chain is next. No favoritism here, of course. So Mandala Chain is next. Matt Cook.
It's because he brought the drink.
I
No,
know.
tell me the truth. I know, that's why.
Bali Rain, we said it again.
He brought the drink.
Make
That's
it
why
rain,
you like
Bali
him.
Rain. There you go, right? How does Mandala Chain facilitate the integration of blockchain with government and enterprise applications?
Well, we do that by allowing them to have blockchain on their terms. So governments are very private, and especially Indonesia. Indonesia is a massive country. It has so many different regions and different cultures, right? And they're all fragmented, but they all need to interact. And so blockchain enables them to do that. And now a government can't use a public chain, right? That's just not how it works, right? They need to have data security, privacy, and so we allow them to do that. We help them create chains for each individual enterprise or government department. So that's how we kind of focus our efforts to solve that pain point. And that's how you can drive blockchain adoption in Indonesia. And then by allowing them to then interact with the masses through blockchain on the public chain, that's what we also do.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. So Evan, Polkadot.
Yeah.
So the question for you is slightly different because why not, right? By the way, round of applause for Evan and the jet lag thing. I mean, he's, amazing. Okay, so question for you. In your role as social media within the decentralized ecosystem of Polkadot, what is the biggest challenge facing you? And perhaps as it's decentralized, how can other people contribute to the solution to that problem?
One of the biggest challenges we have is speaking to a broad audience because we have everyone from, crypto Twitter natives who have been around for a decade to, people who are just entering the space and aren't familiar with the terminology that we use or, some of the lingo and some of the memes that we post and so on. So finding a language and tone of voice that appeals to everyone is challenging, but I think that we do a good job at it. One thing I'll just mention about the decentralized social media. So I actually created something called the editorial board, and so it's a group of 7 people from the community that are curating, creating, editing social media content, and I'm sort of there to facilitate that group working. So when I say Polkadot is decentralized, not only is the protocol decentralized, but also the teams and the ecosystems working in it, even all the way down to the social media.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Woo. So now we've got our final closing question, but before I'm going to do that, I'm going to say something for about a minute and a half, and then you're going to get the chance to answer this question. With Brother Bruno going last because that's how we roll. So the question is final thoughts, right? Any final words of advice for the blockchain community as we kick off Bali Crypto Week? I've always wanted to do that. Right? So that will be the final question, right, in about a minute and a half. So what I'm going to do in that minute and a half, first I just want to reiterate a few things. Number one, thank you to Tropical Nomad, technical partner. This is episode number 435, right? We shot the last, round of applause, yeah. So we shot the last 258 here. They've been televised. You'll find them on SpeakuP Monday YouTube library. So just go to that. You have a QR code behind Brother Cosmo over there. Hold it up, Cosmo. Hold it up, brother. There you go. That QR code is to join the WhatsApp group for SpeakuP Monday. It's a one-way group. No one's going to be talking about their cat, their dog, or whatever else. It's just one way saying, this is on, show up if you want, right? That's number one. Number two, in no particular order, I just want to thank you because, again, without you coming here, rocking up in person, right, taking advantage of the Bali rain over there, the orange juice, the tea that's there, grab some food from Tropical Nomad over here.
Say that they're not Bali rain, also the other, otherwise...
and the other one, which is this one over here, ginger beer. So thank you again, Matt Cook, Barley Rain, and the ginger beer. Well done. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Right? That thing's free.
That thing is free, by the way. So make sure you don't go until I've been.
Don't worry, you can put like 100,000 on the side. We're gonna use it for something. Like a donation.
If you want. Don Emilio, just want to thank you. Been a round of applause for this guy. Sister Mel, great to see you. Melissa, and Adrian Keat here in spirit, and obviously our sister over here, Jess, good to see you as well. So finally, as I mentioned before, Robert Ian Bonnick, SpeakuP Monday, we're here as a gateway to Indonesia. So for any foreign companies or local companies that want to expand and grow, we connect the dots for you to do that. Just come and see me afterwards, or Robert Ian Bonnick on website. That will get you there as well. So now I just want to say thank you very much, and to Evan, again, my brother, for dealing with the jet lag, coming in like a superstar and working it out. Thank you very much. Matt Cook, you are a legend. Thank you for bringing the rain and the ginger beer. Brother Bruno, ICP, again, thank you for powering this whole event. And by the way, on the 21st, I'm going to be the guy keeping everybody engaged, right? So make sure you come and see us. Energy, energy, energy. So last question, right? Closing thoughts. Future blockchain, what would you like to see?
As I mentioned, I'd like to see creators be rewarded for their work and kind of removing middlemen and removing the platforms that are basically just taking a cut from the content that we create. And I think you also asked earlier, what are some tips for people that want to make a successful blockchain week? I would say just continue to go to events like this. It's those sort of serendipitous moments where you bump into people and they might be looking for a marketer, they might be looking for a social media person, or they might be looking for a developer. So continue to just get out there and come to co-working spaces, go to conferences, go to meetups. It's great to see so many people here. And I can tell you from experience, there's been many teams formed at events like this. So if you want to get into Web3 or anything else for that matter, just come and attend these events and increase your Lux surface area. So
thank you. Brother Matt?
Yep. Question is, what do we want to get out of this week?
No, it's more like final thought. You can see who was listening to the question, right? He wasn't listening. Should I go pick up a piece of paper? Going to pick it up. Pick up the piece of paper.
Okay. So yeah, I would say that what I'd like to say is that, just don't be shy, get involved. It's all about education right now. People are still learning. You're not too late. If you feel like you don't know much, don't worry. Most people don't. So reach out, and there's always programs to get involved in. There's hackathons, there's the Bali Blockchain Center, there's ICP, there's Disruptives. We're here trying to, make this easy for you. And I think that what I really want to see is people take the power back, control their own data, like you said, be rewarded and compensated fairly, and be able to be secure and private when they want to. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I'd also like to give a shout out to my guys, my partners in crime. We've got Seth over there, in from the UK. He's in charge of social media and community management. He's a rock star. We love him, and we're so happy he's in Bali. And also, my big guy over there, Alex, he's the Chief Operating Officer of Mandala Chain. Shout out to Matt Paul, CEO and co-founder, Michael, Anta, Adrian, all you guys, we love you. And wish you were here.
Wow, man, you didn't forget anyone.
I forgot Cosmo, so Cosmo to you too, bro. All right, closing words to the Italian, my brother Bruno.
Look, brother, I think the guy said everything that there is to say about Web3, what to do, what not to do, where to go, who to meet. Just, guys, have fun. Don't take it too serious. It's full of experts around. They don't know shit. So enjoy, have fun. This is the Bali Crypto Week. It's going to be epic this year. Let's go.
Round of applause, everybody. Evan Polkadot.
And catch one guys here in the event.
ICP. See you next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.